Chương trình này được bảo trợ bởi
Family Joy, tổ ấm y tế của mọi gia đình, 714 898 0765.
Hi, welcome to the OC Health and Education Show on Little Saigon TV. I'm your host, Julie Yip. To us, OC stands for community because we believe our community thrives when we come together. Today is September 14th and a special election day for the state of California. As you can see on my shirt, I have an I voted sticker. This show is dedicated to amplifying the voices of the community and preserving our culture. Today, we have two very special guests, State Senator Josh Newman on our show representing the 29th District, and Alyse Vang, the City Councilwoman of the City of Stanton. Today, we are so honored to have them both on our show to talk about the upcoming event that is this Saturday on September 18th at the Stanton Park. We're celebrating our Mid-Autumn Moon Festival. Cảm ơn quý vị đã theo dõi chương trình Kiến thức y khoa, gia đình và xã hội. Julie Diệp hân hạnh mời được hai người quý khách hôm nay, đó là State Senator Josh Newman, representing District 29, với Alyse Vang là nghị viên của thành phố Stanton. Chương trình Kiến thức y khoa, gia đình và xã hội là chương trình song ngữ. Julie hy vọng chương trình sẽ tiếp tục làm cho cộng đồng của mình có nhiều cái câu hỏi nói chuyện nhau, gặp nhau và đồng kết hơn. Hôm nay, Julie hân hạnh mời được Josh Newman and Alyse Vang to the show. Thank you so much, Josh. Thank you for coming to the show today.
Xin chào quý vị. Thank you for having me.
Well, Josh, I am so honored to have you. I know you have a very full schedule, but it's an honor to have you come onto the show today.
It's my pleasure, and so I'm very excited for the second year to be involved in the Mid-Autumn Moon Festival after last year's very successful festival. So thank you for including me, and thank you to Alyse for helping set everything up.
The great thing with Josh is he always makes time for the Vietnamese community, so we're happy to have him as well.
Well, Alyse, thank you for always being a part of the community. I know you have been serving Stanton and are part of our Little Saigon community. Tell me a little bit about your involvement so far and a little bit more about yourself.
Sure. So my name is Alyse Vang, and I am a city council member for the city of Stanton. I was appointed in 2019, and I was elected in 2020. And we were elected at the same time, so we go way back. And it's been a pleasure to serve in Stanton. I've lived in Stanton since I was 2 years old. I was born in a refugee camp in Hong Kong, and then my family immigrated to Stanton, and we've been there ever since.
Okay, and there's more that you guys have in common. Tell me about your education and all of those things.
Well, I'll let Alyse, you start, so you can tell we have lots in common. Go ahead.
Well, Josh and I first connected because we both graduated from the same university. So we both went to Yale, not at the same time. Sorry, Josh.
I'm a little bit older than Alyse.
And then after that, we basically just I think we first met at a Starbucks in...
Well, that's not why we met.
Fullerton, maybe.
so we did meet at Starbucks, but we met when Alyse was running to represent Stanton. Alyse is the first person of Vietnamese descent to serve on the Stanton City Council, which is really exciting because that community had not been represented in that city prior to this, and you've done a wonderful job. That's how we met.
Yeah, it's a huge honor to be the first Asian American elected onto City Council. Our city is almost 30% Asian, and we never really had a voice until recently. So well, I'm very happy to carry that.
Well, thank you so much for both, sharing about who you are, and there's so many more I want to ask about you. Thưa quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV, hôm nay Julie mời được hai người quý khách, đó là State Senator Josh Newman to the show representing 29 District. Thêm nữa, kế bên Josh Newman là chị Alyse Vang. Chị Alyse Vang là nghị viên của thành phố Stanton. Hôm nay Alyse có chia sẻ với mình là Alyse tới đây Alyse là 2 tuổi mà sanh ở
trại tị nạn
Hồng Kông. Nhiều lúc thì Julie cũng không có nhớ hết mấy cái chữ Việt Nam, mà điều tại thường mình muốn là trước nhất có câu hỏi để cho quý vị gặp được hai người đây rất làm nhiều việc trong cộng đồng của mình, thương mến cộng đồng của mình. And mục đích hôm nay tới đây là nói về cái chương trình mà mình tổ chức. The main reason I want you both here is to really to share about our partnership. Today I represent the station, but I'm also representing OC Autism Foundation. This is a partnership between OC Autism Foundation, the Vietnamese American Development Fund, City Councilwoman Alyse Vang, and obviously Senator Josh Newman. I think it's an honor to have you both here to represent our upcoming event. What is the reason why you're so involved in the Vietnamese community, Josh?
So for my part, I am so grateful every day to be able to represent this part of Southern California in the California State Senate. And one of the defining characteristics of this part of our state is its diversity. And so we have this amazing collection of different ethnicities living together, all simultaneously pursuing the California dream. And for me, it's really exciting to be able to share in all those different communities. So the opportunity last year, we had an idea last year, and it was during, if you recall, kind of the height of the pandemic. So we thought it would be fun to figure out how can we do a Mid-Autumn festival, but do it outside, do it safely within the pandemic. So Alyse was good and creative enough. We got some space in Stanton Central Park. And then, if anything, it was too successful. So, to the audience, I want to apologize that we did not have enough mooncakes last year, but we have 3 times as many this year. So, looking forward to having a much larger and happier experience this year.
Well, thank you so much, Josh. Thưa quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV, hôm nay Josh chia sẻ với mình là năm trước chúng tôi có thời gian hợp tác nhau làm cái bữa tiệc đó là Tết Trung Thu, là cái drive-thru event, một cái chương trình rất là có an toàn về cho cái sự trong cái mùa Covid. Hôm nay là cái năm thứ 2 chúng tôi có thời gian hợp tác nhau thêm nữa. Josh có xin lỗi là năm trước là mình không có đủ bánh Trung Thu, mà năm đây á, thì mấy ban tổ chức làm gấp 3 lần thì có luôn có đủ bánh với lồng đèn, với nhiều kẹo về cái rất cái quà và tốt cho mọi người mà tới tham dự. Alyse, you know, I am so honored to have you here. I know you mentioned briefly that you represent, you're the first Vietnamese American representative for Stanton in an area that has about 30% Vietnamese or API
Close to 30%
community?
Asian American, yeah.
Wow. So what does that feel to be able to represent the voices of our community and to make sure that the needs of our community is being heard?
Yeah, and that's something that I felt most deeply when I was campaigning and knocking on doors. And they're so surprised to see someone with my face, you know, at their door, asking them what is it that they want for their city, what is it that they want for their community. And a lot of times you hear concerns that I've heard throughout my life, you know, not having language access, wanting to participate in city functions, but not feeling welcomed due to a language barrier, or feeling like certain services weren't being provided for. And so that's something that I hope to advocate for on the community side. And even, you know, my parents, they're older and they've lived in Stanton their whole life, but sometimes they don't feel like they're truly a part of the community. And I think being welcoming and ensuring that everyone can be a part is important.
Can you say that all in Vietnamese for us?
Of course. Dạ, kính chào quý khán giả của đài Little Saigon TV. Hồng là nghị viên người Mỹ gốc Việt đầu tiên của thành phố Stanton, và khi Hồng đi ứng cử thì Hồng cũng hay gõ cửa của mấy gia đình người Việt Nam, và họ rất là ngạc nhiên vì họ thấy một người Việt Nam lại đi tranh cử. Rồi thành thử Hồng rất là tự hào là mình là người Việt Nam đầu tiên để mà đại diện những người Á Châu ở trong thành phố Stanton. Hồng rất là muốn thành phố của mình có thể giúp đỡ những người Việt Nam có thể có những tài liệu bằng tiếng Việt và những chương trình thích hợp cho người Việt Nam, ví dụ như là những lớp tiếng Anh, hoặc là những sự kiện mà có thể giúp những người mà tiếng Anh không có rành lắm. Và Hồng cũng rất là hy vọng là tham gia những cái hoạt động với thượng nghị sĩ NEWMAN và làm việc với chị Julie, là mình có thể làm lớn cái tiếng nói của người Việt Nam của mình.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Alyse. She was just mentioning that, you know, it was such an honor for her to serve the Vietnamese community and to be able to have a familiar face that our families can relate to and feel more engaged in the community. I know you're not Vietnamese, Josh, but there are a few words that you're learning.
Figured this out.
I know you took the opportunity, you know, to learn how to greet the Vietnamese community and to thank the Vietnamese community in our language. And I just want to say thank you, because to us, you know, when you take the opportunity to learn our language and to be part of our culture and to celebrate with us, Josh, it really means a lot. Because I think oftentimes in our community, we want to make sure that people are invited. So I thank you for that.
And I am always grateful for the invitation. And as I said, it is my honor You know, we are all who we are and where we come from, but to be able to share in all of these communities, especially in your community, and represent these communities is truly a privilege for me.
Okay, thank you again, Josh. After the commercial break, we'll continue our conversation. Cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV đã luôn luôn ủng hộ chương trình kiến thức y khoa, gia đình và xã hội. Sau phần quảng cáo, chúng tôi sẽ tiếp tục nói chuyện với Senator Josh Newman of the 29th District và nhị viên Hồng Alyse. Vâng, cảm ơn quý vị khán giả của Little Saigon TV.